Welcome back Pokefans to part 15 of my Pokemon Flora Sky series. Now I know it has been quite some days since I haven't really released a video for this one. I was mainly focused on the mystery gift and the characters that we had in our new game. But finally now that we have our time, we can actually go ahead and continue this playthrough that we have. Alright, the very first thing I want to do is go ahead and add a new team member into our team. Last episode, we had a discussion where I was still deciding whether to use a Kingdra or a Tentacool or a Speel in my team. And I finally decided that since we do have a chance to actually use a Horsey, which personally I have never used in my team, I just decided to use this one. Alright. That is all for Azumarill. It has definitely helped the team quite a lot, and I'm pretty sure that Horsey can take up from here as well. Now you might have seen that my Horsey is actually just hatched, so it is at level 5. So I do have to level it up and train it until it is at the same level as my other team members. But I think this can be done by just giving it the experience share. I don't really have to just level it up in this episode. Maybe in the next few episodes it will definitely level up as we are going ahead and having a lot of battles to go through. Well, here is my current team members, and now that we have everyone over here, we can definitely go ahead and move on to Route V and try to go to the next city. Now, there might be some difference in the screen that you're seeing currently. The resolution apparently was a bit wrong. So, there might be some, statements in the bottom of the screen that might have been cut off. I didn't really realize this until I was just checking my recordings. So, I'm really apologizing for that. The next episodes, I'll definitely try to make sure that the resolution of the video is much better. Alright, it seems like we do have the Mirage Island right here, which is actually surprising. Personally, I have played Ruby and Emerald games and never was able to find this, but I guess there is some glitch in this game where it definitely lets you go through this island. Now, there are only a few encounters in this island, and as far as I remember, there is going to be Voynut and Smoochum available over here. I think even Castform is also available in this game as well. Other than that, we don't really have any other encounters, and since I don't really need any of these Pokemons in my team, I won't be actually trying to find them. We'll also be able to find shelters in Route V apparently, which I didn't really realize till now, but now that you can actually get this one over here, if you want to use a shelter, definitely go ahead and use it. There are a few things that I wanted to discuss as well. That is regarding the Firestone and the Waterstone. I did go ahead and check it, and it seems like it is actually quite closer to where we are. I think I just missed picking them up. So in the next episode, I'll definitely go back and pick up these items. Going past the Mirage Island actually reminds me of something else. In the upcoming Poliwot city, we do have a trait that's actually available for Wobbuffet. If you do give a Wobbuffet, I believe the trainer will give you a Bouffalant in return. That's what I remember. So if you want to add that Pokemon in your team, you can definitely go ahead and get this Wobbuffet from the Mirage Island. Alright, other than that, let's quickly make our way through Route V. And as far as the storyline goes, I actually know that we won't be able to go to Poliwot City right away. We do have to make our way to Golden City first before we go over there. So I believe that the path that we're actually taking currently will actually go around the Route W. So if you want to catch any Pokemon in Route W, such as I believe we can find Rufflet over there, you can definitely go ahead and add it to your team right now. Alright. We have defeated the first trainer, and as you can see, the levels are again much closer to us, but I don't think it's gonna be that of an issue. The next gym is gonna be pretty far. As I remember, there is a lot of other storyline in between, so I believe that the next city gym leader would probably have Pokemons around level 50 to 55. which I believe at the current level we can actually go ahead and have our Pokemons around that level. Alright, we are actually in Route AB and we can definitely go ahead and explore this one. As far as I remember, this is actually quite a short route and we have around only 3 trainers over here. So we can quickly go ahead and defeat these trainers. Alright, I'm actually trying to level up my Gardevoir over here. I think since all of my Pokemons are at level 42, you can just go ahead and level them up one after the other. And of course, I've gone ahead and given the experience share to my Horsey and it's definitely leveling up pretty fast. I believe Horsey is one of those Pokemons that require less experience to actually level up. So it is actually much easier for me to level it up. Alright, it's already at level 13. Quite good. Alright, let's see at what level it might be by the end of this episode. Personally, I'm guessing around level 25, but again, you never know when you have a lot of battles coming up. Either way, we have defeated this trainer over here as well. So let's quickly go ahead and look around this route. I'm just making sure that I do not miss any of the items that we can actually get. I know there are a few items that you'll get by using the item finder, but personally, I think I won't be having too much trouble with that. And of course, I did buy a lot of super repels back in Sea-Round City, so that has actually helped me. I feel like super repel is way better than max repel just because it does last longer. Even though max repel does last longer a bit more, I feel like super repel is kind of affordable. Either way, I have bought both of them and we definitely would need it considering the fact that we don't really have anything to do in the upcoming cities, just that we'll be passing through them, so it's better to have as many as repels as you can. Right, seems like we are doing pretty good with these battles, even though the levels are almost the same. And I believe we can actually find Staryu around this route considering that most of the trainers do have them, which is pretty good. Staryu personally I have never used, but I have heard that it is a pretty good Pokemon and definitely does have a really good typing being water and psychic. Alright, here is the next trainer and she definitely wants a lemonade. Personally, I do have one. I still haven't used the ones that I bought in Taste City, which is quite far away. But either way, I haven't really got a chance to heal up my team members too much in this game, so that is pretty good. It's always better to have a Pokemon Center right next to an area, especially if you're playing a ROM hack game where definitely tends to be a less amount of healing places than a normal game. Either way, it seems like we are doing pretty good. Once Gardevoir is at level 43, I might actually switch it out and try using another Pokemon. Personally, I would definitely recommend not using one Pokemon for all of these battles like I am doing, because we actually have a rival battle coming up. So if you want to make sure that you don't, lose your move PPs before that, just avoid doing what I'm doing over here. This was actually pretty bad. I didn't really realize that we had a rival battle until we just found Brandon just standing over there. Either way, we have defeated this trainer as well. Alright. We have, I believe, one more trainer battle left in this route. But as you can see, the end is right here. So let me actually look around. I believe he should be in the right side of this route, but we can definitely go ahead and check it out. Alright, it seems like we definitely have a huge diving area over here. So maybe in the future, once we get dive, we can definitely go ahead and explore these routes as well. And here is the last trainer for Route AB. Seems like he's a cool trainer with a Zangoose. This is the first time we're actually seeing a Zangoose in this game, and I'm not really sure if we can actually cast this one right now. I believe it might be there in the upcoming routes, but for now we can actually go ahead and just defeat it. It was lucky that we did get a crit hit over there. And Horsey is at level 18. Not bad. Sadly, I don't really have a water type Pokemon to take down the Nosepass. I don't think Horsey is still ready yet. I might start using it around level 30, at least once it has actually evolved into a Seadra. Till then, definitely we can go ahead and use our Torterra. Alright, one more Razor Leaf should be able to take down the Nosepass, who is the first time we're actually seeing as well. Not really sure where we can actually catch this one. I feel like Zangoose and Nosepass are the Pokemons that we can get in the further that we go in this game rather than now. And since we have defeated all the trainers in this route, I think we can finally go ahead and move on. Alright, we are already at the end of Route AB. Even though it did look a bit longer in the map itself, I feel like the route itself is much shorter. Alright, we are almost there and I'm just trying to look around to see if there are any items that I can pick up, and apparently not. Alright, here is Brandon and we are definitely going to be having a rival battle against him. Let me quickly go ahead and heal up my team members and we can definitely go ahead and challenge him for this battle. Alright, now that my team members are completely healed, we can definitely go ahead and see how we do against a battle with Brandon. As far as I remember, I think he chose Chimchar as a starter, but I'm not sure what his other Pokemons are. Okay, seems like he does have a Xatu, which I believe he had a Natu before when we battled him in Play City. So it's quite nice to see it over here. And I guess it was my bad that I had Torterra up in front. I should have kept my Emolga, but definitely you guys can go ahead and use a electric type Pokemon in your team in the beginning before you challenge him. Alright, not bad. We were still able to take it down in one hit, and it seems like Torterra is actually learning Crunch. Let me quickly go ahead and replace it with Synthesis, which practically haven't used it ever since I learned that move, so I don't think we really need it. And of course, Horsey is at level 19. Not bad. Since he's going to bring out his Lombre, I'll still go ahead and keep my Emolga up in front. Alright, it was a fake out in the first turn. And of course, there seems to be a future sight which I did not realize. But at least we are able to take this one down in 2 hits. It's a really good thing that Emolga actually learned Thunderbolt, as it is definitely helping me a lot. And now that we have defeated it, he is actually going to be bringing out his Infernape. Alright, okay. Was not expecting a fully evolved Pokemon, but for now we'll definitely go ahead and use Torterra. Sadly again, we can't use our Horsey as it's not really leveled up and won't be able to take down this Infernape. Alright, let's go ahead and use Earthquake. Now even though the Flame Wheel did a lot of damage, I believe that Earthquake can still take down the Infernape, so we are pretty good. Alright, that was a pretty good battle. Definitely took some unwanted damage, but we had to do it since Horsey wasn't still ready. And now that we have seen him defeated, you can actually see that there are a bunch of Azurils who are actually blocking the path, which I believe goes to Puya City. Either way, we do have the path that is in the left side, which is still open, and I believe that actually goes to Route W, and Route W will connect back to Chapos Island. Alright, it seems like Brandon actually gave us a golden pass, which is also pretty good. That will actually allow us use the ferry in Chapos Island to make our way to the Golden City, which is definitely going to be our next destination. So let's quickly go ahead and go to Route W and we can definitely check out Golden City. For now, I believe that we don't really have anything important in Golden City. We just have to go ahead and just explore it and pass through it. But for now, we'll quickly go ahead and check out Route W. I believe that there are quite a lot of items that we can get over here and a bunch of trainers who are around the same level as my team members. Well, it kind of feels like I definitely would have to train up my team members after this episode, but for now we can definitely check out the other trainers as well. Alright, let me quickly go ahead and heal up my team members and we can move on. Alright, still seems like Gardevoir is definitely at level 42, so I would have to level it up as well. And I am actually having some trouble using my Aggron in this game. It definitely seems to be not the right Pokemon for these routes. So I might have to keep it aside and just level it up. But we can definitely try using it in this one. Why not? Alright. The next time we go to Tapo's Island, I have to actually remind myself to switch out my bikes. You might have remembered that there is a bike shop in Tapo's Island which will let you to exchange your Mac bike with your Aero bike. So we can definitely go ahead and get that switched out. Now the reason why I'm saying that is because the next city that we're going to will definitely have a part of the route which needs Aero bikes to travel through. So we definitely would have to need that bike. Either way, for now we can definitely try using our Mac bike still. Alright, seems like Route W isn't too long, but it definitely is like a puzzle. And it seems like we definitely have a lot of trainers in this route as well. Alright, here is the next trainer who's actually a hiker. I wonder if it's a good idea to use Aggron over here, considering that they will actually have a ground type Pokemon. Alright, we can still try and see how much damage we do. I'm not really confident about this one, considering that ground type moves definitely will do a lot of damage on me. Okay, never mind, I'll just switch out into Emolga and try to take down the Marowak. Alright, we are still good. The only thing that's still bothering me is the fact that Emolga hasn't learned any flying type move. Maybe once we get the TM for fly, I think I'll try and teach it to my Emolga. Currently, the only move that it definitely has is going to be Air Slash, Air Cutter, which is actually the HM in this game for cut. It is a pretty good move, but definitely doesn't do the amount of damage I want it to. So let's see if it actually learns another move. Alright, here is actually a Golem. Now this is the first time we're actually seeing one. It's pretty good. I have personally never used it since it's actually a trade evolution and I never seem to get that one. I don't really have anyone to trade over here, so definitely always give these Pokemons, but I guess you can definitely try using them in a ROM hack where the evolution ways are a bit different, and that is the main reason why I have decided to use a Kingdra in my team. Alright, you can actually find Spoink over here as well, other than Rufflet. Spoink is pretty good, but it's only a psychic type Pokemon, which I definitely have Gardevoir, so I don't really need it. Definitely will go ahead and put up a Super Repel over here since I'm not really trying to catch any of the Pokemons in this route as well. I feel like the current team members that I actually have are way better and I don't think I'll actually switch out anyone anytime soon. Alright, let's make our way through this maze of trees. It's quite confusing and apparently this is not the right route. I guess it's down and we do have to go through these trees, and yep, that is where it is. Definitely if we did get rock climb it would have been much easier, but since we don't, we do have to go through this mess of a route. Alright, at least we do get a double battle right here, which is quite nice. Let's see which kind of Pokemons these trainers will have. And it seems like they have 2 Pokemons each. Not bad. Ooh, alright. That is actually a very good team right there. And this is the first time we're actually seeing both of them. So it's quite nice to see. Let me try focusing on, I guess, Fortress first. And try to take down Maractus with Gardevoir also. The only thing I'm actually worried about is actually Explosion from Fortress. It definitely learns that move and might actually use it on my team members. Alright, at least we were able to take down the Maractus in one hit, so that's nice. Alright, it seems like Gardevoir also is at level 43. And Horsey is finally learning Water Gun, so that's quite nice. I've actually gone ahead and thought it Surf, so I don't really need this move, but I guess we can actually teach it. Alright, seems like the next Pokemon is actually gonna be a Roserade. I'm actually a really big fan of Roserade after actually using it in my Pokemon Shining Pearl playthrough. It is amazing and one of the best Pokemons for a grass type Pokemon, you know. Personally, I would love to use this one again in my team. It's definitely pretty strong and it has a really good special attack. Alright, let's try and focus on the fortress now. Now that we have taken down both of the Pokemons of one of the trainers. And I guess I can actually try protecting my Aggron just to make sure that it doesn't go down. And Gardevoir will definitely focus on taking down the fortress with the Iceberg move. I feel like Iceberg move was a really good move for Gardevoir over here, considering that most of my team members don't really learn a Ice type move, so I'm quite happy about this. Alright, let's go ahead and take down the fortress and see which Pokemon is coming out next. Alright, not bad. The last Pokemon that we have is actually a Poliwot, which is quite cool to see. I have used this one and it's pretty strong. It definitely learns some really good fighting type moves and water type moves, so it's a really good team member as well. Thankfully, it did miss its moveset over there and we were able to take it down before it did any kind of major damage on my Pokemons. Alright, now that we have defeated these couple, we can actually move on. There is again a maze that we're actually going through and I'm just trying to look around to make sure that I don't really miss any items. I believe that usually an item will be at the end of this route, so I just want to make sure I pick them up. Alright, there seems to be an item down below, so let me make my way to that item as well. Alright, here is our next trainer and it's actually a psychic trainer. She only has one Pokemon and it's actually a Chimecho. Okay, I have personally never used Chimecho, but I feel like it's not that strong. Just based on its stats that I've seen, I don't feel like it's a really good Pokemon. Again, I still have Gardevoir, who's a psychic type, and it's better than Chimecho, so I'll never want this one in my team for this playthrough. Either way, we were easily able to take it down as well, so that's pretty cool. Alright, Aggron is definitely doing some damage. And now that we are here, we can actually go ahead and battle this trainer over here as well. Alright, I wonder if she has a cast form, considering that she's actually a Parasol lady. Yup, she has a cast form. Normally when I used to play Ruby and Emerald games, definitely used to see Parasol trainers just having cast forms, so not surprising. Now, I should have actually switched out my Aggron over here in the first turn itself, but either way, I just decided to switch it out. Just because cast form actually can learn flamethrower and definitely would hurt me a lot. Okay, apparently it tried using solar beam, so that's better than flamethrower. And of course it goes for Weather Ball, which is a pretty good move on cast form. I have used this one in my team before, but the more you go further in the game, the more less damage that cast form does. I feel like you can actually use it only in the beginning of the game and maybe switch it out to another Pokemon for the rest of the game. Alright, now that we have defeated this trainer, we can actually move on and try to pick up the item that we have up front. Alright, I guess I'll not use the Super Repel for some time, at least until we pick up the item. And the item is actually a nugget. Not bad. I think we can actually go ahead and sell this one in the shop and we can definitely get some Pokemoney. Alright, I believe that there is one more trainer left before we can actually exit Route W. Let's quickly go ahead and defeat this trainer. Alright, it's another cool trainer and he is gonna be having a Graveler. Well, let me try taking down this Graveler with my Aggron. It seems like every time I use Iron Tail, it feels like it does miss a lot. As you can see over here, it missed in the first turn, it's missing in the second turn. Let's hope it at least hits on the third turn. And okay, at least we did hit on the third turn. Sadly, I'm not sure why I'm having such bad, chances for this move, considering it is actually 75% accuracy. It should be able to hit in the second turn, but apparently not. Either way, I did decide to actually switch out for Golduck, and we can definitely take it down with a Thunderbolt. Golduck is a pretty good Pokemon, and you can definitely encounter Psyducks before this route, so you can definitely try and use a Golduck in your team as well. I always feel like Golduck is part Psychic, but I think it's only a Water type Pokemon and definitely learn some Psychic type moves. Either way, let me try and take this one down with another Thunderbolt. And we have defeated all the trainers in Route W. At least it seems like most of my Pokemons are at level 43, so that was pretty good. And now that we have defeated it, let's quickly go ahead and go out of this route. Oops, never mind. I think I forgot to put up a Super Repel. So let me actually quickly run away from this battle as well. Okay, let's see how many times I'll actually encounter a Pokemon while going through this very short area. This is the second one. So I feel like the encounters in this game is pretty bad. You definitely encounter a Pokemon every 3 steps, so that's quite annoying. Thankfully, we were able to clear it. So once you jump down that ledge, you won't be able to go back to Route W. So if you want to catch any Pokemon in Route W, definitely go ahead and do that before you jump down that ledge. Either way, I have gone ahead and healed up my team members as well. And let's quickly go ahead and board this ferry that's actually going to be making its way to Golden City. Alright. I mean, we are not able to at least either teleport or fly anywhere, so ferry is going to be the way to go till now. Maybe in the future we'll definitely get the teleport functionality as well, and at least we should get the fly TM pretty soon. I believe we'll get it after the 6th gym, so we can definitely check that out as well. Alright, here we are in Golden City. And since we are near the 30 minutes mark, I feel like we can just go ahead and explore the city for today. And in the next episode, we can go ahead and move on forward with the storyline. Alright, I definitely went ahead and healed up my team members once more, because why not? We are already here. And we can actually go around and just check out all of these houses, just talk to all of the trainers or the NPCs that are available, and see if we get any items from this city. Mostly I don't think we'll have anything else, although there is one small thing that is to be done over here, and I believe it's one of these houses. So let's look around and see what we get. Alright, I believe that we will be coming through this path in the later stage of the game, and it might be around 7th gym or the 8th one. So until then, we won't be actually visiting Golden City. By that time, we'll definitely be able to surf around as well and check out the other areas. Now I believe that there are 2 routes that we have yet to surf around, and that's definitely going to be Route Yum and Route N, which we can definitely go back to once we have gone to Taste City for our 7th gym badge. Alright, I think this is the house that is actually quite important. We'll go ahead and check it out. And April, the guy who actually helped us cross through the Route M and N, is actually over here. And he actually wants us to deliver an item which is called Candy Bar to Watson, who's actually going to be in Puya City, which is actually the next city that we're going to. So that is actually going to be a very small cutscene kind of thing that we have to do. Quite good. I think we can actually go ahead and take that out. And in each of these places where they actually have a restaurant, there's definitely this trainer right here who is going to be using a Clefairy. Quite nice. I think we haven't really encountered a Clefairy till now, but it's quite unique. So let's try and take it down with our Aggron, who definitely will be able to do a super effective damage on it. But I do wonder if there is a fairy typing in this game. If not, then definitely it's no use using my Aggron. Steel type Pokemons are quite effective against fairy types, so if not, I guess it's quite useless. Either way, we have defeated that trainer, and I don't believe we have anything else over here, so we can definitely make our way out. There are a few more places that we can actually look around in, and can definitely go ahead and go through them as well. Alright, there is definitely a game corner in this game, but I don't think we want any Pokemon over there, so I won't be really exploring it. Alright, there seems to be another battle tower over here, which you can definitely go ahead and try going through. Personally, I'm not really interested in that for now, so I think I won't be exploring it. Alright, I think we have actually explored all of these buildings. There isn't really anything else. According to the storyline, we definitely would have to actually go out of Golden City, that is through the right side, and we'll actually get our next cutscene over there, which I definitely think we can cover in the next episode. Well, there's only one thing left to do, and that is to see at what level my Horsey is actually, and let's check it out. It's actually at level 25. Okay, I guessed it right. So I don't know how many of you guessed it right. Please write down in the comment section. Anyway, thank you all for watching my video. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. It definitely helps me a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next one.